Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate. It's my pleasure to be joined on set by Terrebonne Parish Superintendent of Public Schools, Bubba Ogeron. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Can you give us a little bit of an update about FEMA and Ellender? I know specifically that there was some news in that direction.
Certainly, yeah. So just last week, we got word from FEMA that they're going to obligate $41 million toward rebuilding Ellender's High School. And we were kind of waiting for that news because we were at a standstill. You know, it's hard to move forward without getting that official word. So our architect on that project is Craig Hebert. And Craig is currently designing a demolition package. And soon after he's finished the demolition package, now that we got word and obligated funding, we can start the planning phase of the new Ellender. So that's going to happen pretty soon. You know, we're going to have this demo hopefully started as soon as this summer. And one of the things Craig's looking at is trying to get the gym side demolished so that when school starts up next year, that's kind of out of the way. All the construction's kind of moved toward the center or the auditorium side of Ellender. You know, so, you know, because we're still using that big parking lot near the gyms for the portable school in the back. So that he'll start on that side and work his way toward the auditorium with the demolition. And then soon after that, you know, about 18 months, not even probably 18 months, about a year, he'll have plans ready for the new school of Ellender, which will be basically in the same footprint as the existing building. So we'll tear it down and build right there, different configuration. But we have to stay inside the flood map boundary, which is like a ring around the existing building. So you can't, you know, move it a whole lot. Whereas, you know, getting away from Ellender, other schools like up a little Caillou, we have a little more flexibility in where we kind of position the new school there. So for that one and for residents of that community, we had a little, I guess, an issue. We have a lot of parents who drop kids off and pick kids up. And cars were stacking up along the highway in Chauvin, right? So the goal there is to kind of put the school, position it further back and make a large parent loop or drop off and pickup line. So we get all that traffic off the street. So that's kind of a big change over there at Upper Little Caillou when that building starts getting erected.
Yeah, that'll be nice because that's one thing with schools, man. Right when they let out or drop off, you know, cars can really stack up bad.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, we have a lot of parent pickups and drop-offs. We have issues and some of our schools, like one school, we're going to invest in a pretty significant parent loop, like at Coteau Bayou Blue. It's a safety hazard. You know, they're lining up along that highway, and if you're from that area, you kind of know what I'm talking about, and you've got to cut into the school and you're going against potential traffic that's coming around you. So and we've been doing that for years and it's nothing major's happened, but we're going to try and fix that. And we've got a lot of property there. We'll build a drive around the perimeter of the property and, you know, stack up as much as 100 cars off that highway, you know, and that's important is stackability. How much can you stack, you know, because parents come early, you know, if you get out at 3, you got people waiting at 1:30, you know, so you've got to have room for them, you know, particularly along the busier highways.
Okay.
But, yeah.
And some other repairs that you have going on, any other schools that are in the process?
So I mean, just, you know, we're excited about Ellender, and then our other major high school was South Terrebonne. So that one, we were hoping to get what we call the new gym, which is the gym that's kind of set off from the school. It's kind of in the back near the football stadium. That one had significant damage. It's almost finished. We were hoping to get it done for basketball season. That didn't quite work out. They had a few delays and things like that. But the court is installed, the bleachers are in place, the classrooms on the perimeter of that building are ready. There's a little bit more work in the lobby, but that's almost ready. It'll be ready in about probably 2 to 3 weeks. That'll be finished, and they've started on the inside, a lot of the gutting and all the work there. So we're anticipating June of 25. That's the goal, to be done with the interior renovations and repairs at South Terrebonne. A lot of water damage, so you've got to gut it.
Sure.
Just like all the homes, when initially we had to gut a lot of sheetrock and all that stuff. Well, South Terrebonne's walls are plaster, and a lot of that stuff, got saturated and stood for a while. So there was no salvaging that. So that's gonna take a while. So as far as that school, so the goal, or the anticipated date of completion, is June 25. Okay, what's the odds of delays and all that? Probably pretty good, right? So we're committed to, even if it's not ready for the 25-26 school year. I mean, the kids are right across the drive in the portables. Like, we'd like to move in as soon as we can, even if that's after school started. So we can figure that out. You just move furniture. You spend a week moving furniture. So we'll have a game plan when that comes around. Hopefully we don't have to do that. Hopefully it's ready in time. But in the event it's not, we'll pick a long weekend, or maybe even over a holiday, move over, and we'll get in that building. And instead of waiting a whole year when it's sitting waiting, we'd like to get kids in the new building, especially seniors who've never been in it, right?
Exactly.
You're going to have some kids who've never been in South Terrebonne's original building, so we'd like to get them in.
Yeah, it really is a shame for those students that they were born there in that time. You have
right.
Just so much disruption, but it takes a while to actually, like you said, tearing down's a whole process in itself. Then after that, then you got to come back and build it.
Right.
It is a time-consuming event. We do have to take a quick break, though. We'll come back with more right after this.
All right, sounds good.
Stay tuned right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Welcome back to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate, and I'm joined on set by Superintendent of Terrebonne Parish Schools, Bubba Ogeron. Bubba, we're talking a little bit before we went to break, just about all the construction projects ongoing, still in Hurricane Ida recovery mode. I know we've covered a couple, but I know there's a lot more out there that are going on.
Right. Yeah, we do. So one thing we were able to take advantage of, which was, silver lining, right, is as we were doing repairs, we also had some what they call ESSER money, and it's part of the American Rescue Plan money from COVID, and we were able to redo a lot of schools' air conditioning systems. We had about seven schools that we replaced the entire HVAC system, and one of them was Oaklawn Middle. And while we were there at Oaklawn, we did some other things to Oaklawn. We because of the hurricane, we replaced the roof, and we changed out all the flooring, or that's coming. We're going to have all the flooring, all new LED lights. We're going to do a major facelift to the exterior with windows, a window wall replacement. That's in the process right now. So if you pass by Oaklawn, you'll see like just changing of windows and this fiber cement board that we're putting in. We're going to do some painting of the bricks. The gym that you see along Grand Caillou Road we're going to redo all that. It needed it. It was somewhat of an eyesore. So we're going to get all the metal work on the gym second floor, that upper level, like blasted and painted, new windows on the gym. We did some perimeter fencing. We're going to do a parking lot and a complete HVAC change out on Oak Lawn. So we're excited about that project. And we did similar work at Legion Park. We did this with ARP, or American Rescue Plan money. We changed windows out at Legion Park. And it's the same kind of thing. And I've said it many times, that it's not changing glass for glass. It's like changing the entire wall or perimeter wall. So you pop out the whole thing, and you put the glass and the storefront windows, and it makes for a very pretty, facelift, so to speak. So we're excited about that air conditioner project over there as well. And as we were going through all the schools, we changed out all the lighting. That's just doing that alone makes a tremendous difference. So that's two pretty significant projects there that are coming to an end, in the next several months. Another project that we have that it came around a little slower than we like to, but that's Houma Junior High. But that one got a new roof. We're going to have a lot of interior repairs in the storm. Like right now, just for instance, the floors got saturated for the hurricane. So we popped out all the tiles, and there's bare cement right now. So we're going to come back with some new vinyl, and we're going to do a complete interior paint job, a lot of lighting and ceiling work in that school from water stains and water damage. It's manageable to have class now, but it just looks bad. So we're going to get it looking a whole lot better. So I'm excited about that one in particular, because it needs to happen. And then the board, we through the process of having a facility study, Terrebonne High was on that list. Terrebonne High to get a pretty significant enhanced, remodel, right? So that's coming soon as well. And we're going to probably touch almost every part of that school.
Really? Wow.
And there's some, some significant, I guess when it was built traditionally, the tradition was not to locate an office on the first floor, in the time it was built. And now that's a problem, because you have people coming into that school that have to basically be buzzed in, but they have access to the building as they're coming up to the office. So we're going to do a lot of things, including some safety aspects of the Terrebonne High School. Put the office on the first floor, redo, take the band. I could talk for a long time on this one, but because it's exciting to kind of see what's going to happen. But our band, we've got a world-class band, literally. They're phenomenal, and they are in a space under the stadium. It was not designed to be a band room, but it works. They've made the best of it. Well, we're going to relocate them in the existing library, which is a nice big building. It's closer to the main building, and just modernize it, have storage space and performance space and practice space. So that's part of this renovation. We're going to redo the football locker rooms, the basketball, volleyball locker rooms. We're going to redo the science labs. Science labs need some enhancements. The library is going to get a relocation and just an upgrade. There's more modernized look to the library. So that's just a few things happening over there. But we're going to touch, the academic side of the building, the safety side of the building, the extracurricular side of the school, the student congregation area. I mean, that right now they hang out in what we call the circle. And if you know Terrebonne, it's exposed to St. Charles Street, right? It's so we can do a better job. We're going to have a wall constructed that's retractable and lets traffic in and closed at certain times. When kids are out in the congregation time, it'll be closed, and they'll have like pedestrian gates for people to come in still, but through a locked gate. But a lot of things we're doing to Terrebonne High that we're excited about, and that's all coming. The architect on that project is Steve Rome with the firm Vergis Rome, and he's going to be doing, if anybody's interested, just kind of keep your eyes out, particularly Terrebonne High alum. We're going to be presenting the plan to the Alumni Association groups, which spans a lot of years and a lot of people, but we'd like you to come on and see what's going to happen to the building. And we don't want to change anything drastically, but just kind of modernize and get it, looking really good. And I think that's going to be great for our community.
Well, a lot of hard work going in, and hopefully, getting to that place where you're actually going to be better than what you started out with,
Amen.
before the hurricane. So great news there. All right. Thank you
All
for
right,
coming
thank you.
on.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Stay tuned for more right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.